Hi everyone, it's Brittany and Katie with the Q team in Rochester, New York. We're back today with part 3 of our 4 video series for our home buyers. And today we're talking about what happens after you get that very special phone call from us that says, congratulations, your offer was approved, you're gonna be a homeowner. And usually people are like, oh my gosh, yay, and now what?
Exactly. So we celebrate, we pop some champagne,
we do like our little dance.
Yeah. And then we talk about all the fun next steps and a little bit of the crazy whirlwind that is the next couple weeks after your offer is accepted.
It is a whirlwind. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening between now and 1 to 2 weeks from now, and you're going to talk to us nonstop. Literally, some days it's going to feel like you're on the phone with us all day for about a week, and then your loan officer. But that's coming up.
Yes.
Now.
So timing wise for the first week, first things that happen, your offer's accepted, we have a fully executed contract, we send that contract to your attorney and the seller's attorney, and they're going to review it with you for all the legal aspects of everything, and basically make sure that we're good with every aspect of the contract from a legal standpoint and issue their approval.
Yep.
So that's usually when we have an official, signed, executed, approved contract. We are also going to put down our good faith deposit, which essentially is just, assuring that we're acting in good faith, we're serious, we're going to be moving forward with this contract. That's what happens within the first 48 hours of acceptance. Mm-hmm. And then from there, if we're doing a home inspection, that usually happens within the first week of acceptance.
Mm-hmm. So you can see why you're talking to us all day for about 7 days. So after you do the home inspection, if there's anything that comes up that's a health concern, safety concern, structural concern, any of those big ticket items that we want to ask the sellers to address, that's another negotiating period. Mm-hmm. So once we get everything negotiated through with the home inspection and we say, all right, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we're happy with the result of this, whether there's no repairs needed or we've negotiated them, at that point is when I tell people, go ahead and apply for your mortgage. Mm-hmm. And that's when you'll talk to us a little bit less.
You'll talk to your mortgage officer
a lot more. But people are always like, it feels like I should be talking to you. And I'm like, I know it feels that way. And you still can. Like, I have a lot to talk about. But you need to talk to your loan officer. And that's when the loan officer will tell you, this is what I need for your application. This is what we need to give to underwriting. And this is everything that is remaining to complete the package so that we could send it into underwriting for their approval of your mortgage commitment.
Yep. So over the next couple weeks, once you get all of the documents, everything that the mortgage officer needs, they will put it through processing and underwriting. Mm-hmm. So all your documents basically are going to be intensely reviewed. They're going to let you know if they need additional documents or have questions on things. And they're going to go through that whole process to get your mortgage approval, your mortgage commitment letter. That usually happens within a couple weeks after our offer is accepted. Mm-hmm. And at that point, we're able to remove our mortgage contingency that we got our mortgage approved.
Yep.
From there, there's still going to be some additional things that they'll need. They call them conditions of the loan. So they might need extra documents. They want to make sure you get your homeowner's insurance, mm-hmm. Things to make sure that every aspect of the mortgage is kind of buttoned up and finished.
And what I tell people is while your file is in underwriting, just imagine that it's like literally in like a little manila folder on somebody's desk, and it's going to be a little bit quiet again. So if you feel like you're missing us, call us. No, but there is going to be a lull, a quiet down in the incessant communication because
everything's in process.
It's just in hold. Yeah, at that point, it's all in the underwriter's hands at the bank. They're looking everything over. It's not uncommon to not hear anything for a few days from all parties. Yep. Unless, of course, we're just checking in and saying, hey, how are you? which I do because people are like, they get scared. They're like, I was talking to you and my loan officer nonstop for a lot of days, especially because we were talking to them daily through their searching process. Yep. And they're like, it feels like a breakup. Right. And I'm like, but we're still here. It's not a breakup.
And what I tell people is that this is when all the behind the scenes stuff is happening. So you've done all your part and you've done everything that you need to do. So now it's our job and the mortgage officer's job and the attorney's job to do everything that we need to do and what we're hired to do behind the scenes. So hopefully you don't hear from us unless we need something from you or there's an issue.
Right.
And we're hopefully going to handle that issue without even having to know about it.
Hopefully it'll just be resolved by the time you hear about it.
Yep.
No, but that's when also the attorneys are going to do all of their work on their end, including title, making sure that you are being delivered a clean title, and they're doing the survey and they're doing the abstract, and all of that stuff takes time, and all of that stuff is actually out of our control. We are at the pure mercy of the attorneys doing that, which is why we hire them and let them do their jobs, because they're good at what they do.
Exactly.
And they're going to tell us if there's any concerns. And if not, if we don't hear from them, that's usually a good thing.
Yep. And we're constantly checking in with all parties throughout the process to make sure that everything's happening smoothly. And that's why we recommend who we do, because we know that they're going to make sure that everything happens smoothly. But all this behind the scenes stuff, there's a lot of moving parts, and we're going to kind of keep you updated throughout the process, make sure that you know what's happening, what's needed of you, etc. But that's in that, kind of 6 to 8 week timeline that we talked about in video 1. That's what's all happening during that time frame. So from that 6 to 8 week process,
there's a lot going on. You won't know everything that's going on every step of the way, and that's okay, because you know the important stuff. But if it does get a little bit quiet, if you are concerned, certainly reach out to everybody.
Of course.
They're all working on your behalf, but we also do try to update you based on what we're finding out by checking in with everybody.
Totally. So, the last point that we get to is what we call the clear to close, and that's what we're going to start with next week to kind of discuss what happens once all that processing is done and we're getting to closing.
That might be second favorite.
Yep. So we will see you guys next week for the last step before you become a homeowner.